Hi, what is up, you guys? I hope you all are having a great day today. So, today I wanted to finally talk about the whole baby storm drama taking over Twitter right now. So, if you were unaware, singer Baby Storm tweeted on Saturday, April 27th, that she was going to expose her childhood best friend, Ice Spice. And for the past week, Storm has been tweeting non-stop about Ice Spice and various other celebrities, exposing them for how they have personally treated her within the industry. There is definitely a lot to talk about here, so I'm going to try to make this summary as brief as possible. Before we jump into everything, I do want to say if you're interested in female rap, music conversations, music debates, music reviews, and really anything music related, definitely consider subscribing. I really appreciate it. All right, let's finally dive into this whole baby Storm situation. So, as I said before, Storm began this whole expose at the end of April, and a week later and into May, she is still dragging this whole thing out. While many were quickly getting tired of this whole shenanigan, the stunt she pulled right now, where she released the text of Ice Spice talking about Nicki Minaj, low key lit all of Stan Twitter on fire. But I am getting ahead of myself. We will circle back to that. Let's start at the root of this whole issue. So, from what I have been able to gather, based on Storm's tweets, it seemingly looks like Storm's main issue is with this girl that she and Ice went to school with named Lucy. Storm claims that Lucy made her life a living nightmare, and Ice reignited a friendship with her felt like a stab in the back to Storm. Thus, Storm took to Twitter to expose Ice for being a bad friend. I know all of this sounds very high school, but I need you to just stay with me here. On top of claiming that Ice Spice was a bad friend, Storm also accused Ice of various other things, such as insisting that Ice Spice is, but not limited to, the following. Being fat phobic, a colorist, she claims that Ice Spice is faking her friendship with Cleotrapa, claims that Ice Spice is using Nicki Minaj, as well as insists that she is rude to her own family. One of the most shocking claims made by Storm was that Ice Spice has allegedly not only cheated on, but was abusive towards Riot, her producer and longtime boyfriend. First of all, Storm alleges that Ice Spice cheated on Riot with rapper Lil TJ, who was featured on Gangsta Boo. Coincidentally, this is the same song that Storm alleges that Ice was rapping about cheating on Riot with. Now, the other claims made about Ice and Riot were especially alarming, as DV is a very serious allegation. Storm alleged that Ice often hits Riot, yet he never hits her. Storm posts text to prove this, yet it seems like at the time she was kind of enabling the behavior, at least in the thread. Now, whether or not any of these claims were accurate or not is currently unconfirmed. Yet, what we do know is that the expose did not end here, as Baby Storm made sure all who crossed her paths within the music industry would make sure that they would rue this day. So, for the rest of the week, Storm had continued to quote unquote expose various musicians within the industry, such as Willow Smith, Lil Nas X, Aaliyah's Interlude, Azalea Banks, JT, and Rico Nasty. For the most part, all Storm really claimed that majority of these people either used her for her resources and connections, or she simply implied that these artists were trying to bite her style. She claimed that people such as JT, Willow Smith, and Rico Nasty, of all people, wanted to be her and only befriended her to leech off of her aesthetic. The longer this expose went on, the more outlandish claims Baby Storm continued to make, and the more people were slowly getting over her ish. The things she was ranting about generally seemed to be pretty minuscule, thus, many were starting to believe that Storm orchestrated this whole thing in order to promote her upcoming single dropping soon. Now, for her quote unquote grand finale, Baby Storm took to Twitter on the morning of May 3rd, 2024, to expose the information in which a lot of people were anticipating. Baby Storm posted a text thread between herself and Ice Spice in which they were talking about Nicki Minaj. The texts ultimately show Ice Spice venting to Baby Storm about the licensing deal and which fell through between her and Nicki Minaj's new label, Heavy on It. In the text, Ice Spice stated that she felt that her current team felt Nicki was asking for too much, and she stated that Nicki wanted her entire publishing for all of her work going forward and that Nicki was not easy to negotiate with. She also claims that she presented Nicki with the opportunity to hop on Barbie World and insinuated that Nicki was being ungrateful and delusional about the whole situation. The text thread ended with Ice Spice ultimately saying that she believes Nicki may be jealous of the fact that Ice already owns her masters and that she was showing her jealousy too much. All of these text messages got the Barbs real mad, and if any of them had their suspicions about Ice Spice before, they definitely were not happy to see all of this go down. So there is a lot to unpack here. First of all, I want to say that a lot of this tea that Storm was trying to expose honestly is pretty irrelevant. She made a lot of bold claims, but none of the text threads that she posted with any of the individuals she was attempting to expose displayed any incriminating or quote unquote cancel worthy information. If anything, the majority of these texts just show how Storm enabled a lot of the behaviors that she was calling these people out for, more specifically Ice Spice. Also, I think Storm airing out Ice's personal issues, such as her relationship drama, like cheating on Riot, as well as some personal family drama, is honestly quite immature and just uncalled for. Airing out industry drama is one thing, like I get it, but I genuinely feel like Ice's personal privacy should have been respected. Also, I think her claims of multiple people in the industry wanting to copy her alternative style is honestly quite hilarious. I cannot lie. Maybe like 10 years ago, sure, but it's 2024. The alternative style really isn't alternative anymore because so many people follow this trend now. So many artists have gone on to adopt an edgier style in the past few years, yet the only one that Baby Storm has smoked for are the ones who didn't say hi to her when she waved to them at an event. The claim that Rico Nasty is trying to bite Storm style is especially hilarious to me because we all know Rico possessed this style way before it even was a trend. If anything, a lot of these artists are biting off of Rico, but that is another video for another day. Anyways, as for the situation that most people are captivated by involving what Ice Spice had to say about Nicki Minaj, my feelings about that are kind of mixed, but I would rather save that for another video, as today I solely want to focus on Baby Storm. But what I will say for now is that knowing Nicki, I feel like those two as a duo are most likely done for good. Overall, despite how much mess this whole thing has caused, a lot of the tea that Baby Storm has had was honestly weak as hell, and I felt like it was just glorified high school drama. I honestly don't think we needed to know like any of this information. It all just feels so trivial to me. And honestly, I don't think Baby Storm is going to get the come up that she wants from this, nor do I think it'll break up the music industry as much as she thinks it will. Sure, she may have succeeded in breaking up the Ice Spice Nicki Minaj duo, but I don't know what else she accomplished here. This whole situation just kind of makes her look bad in the end. She looks like a bad friend, she looks untrustworthy, she honestly is uncredible, and for a lack of a better term, she looks kind of crazy. I saw a tweet that I really agreed with, which essentially said that Storm was trying to paint herself as the good person in all of this, but she just ended up making herself also look like a mean girl. It's kind of given Janice Ian a little bit, if you ask me. But this is simply my 2 cents on everything that Baby Storm had to say over the past week. There was so much that went down over the past 7 days, so I am really hoping that we are wrapping this whole thing up now. I am planning to talk about the Ice and Nicki situation, so stay tuned for that if you're interested in hearing my 2 cents about that whole thing. But for now, definitely let me know all of your thoughts on this whole mess. Thank you so much for tuning in and making it this far. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and hopefully I see all of you guys in the next one. Peace!